change keeps happening. Without change, the world wouldn't go around, I guess. We'd still be stuck cleaning cow gutters out with a scoop shovel, So I will never forget when we got our first gutter cleaner. Boy, the scoop shovels faded away, and my gosh, what a life we were having now.
At that time, we farmed with horses, and we had no weed spray or anything like that. You cultivated the corn 4 or 5 times, and then if you had weeds, you walked through it with a hoe and hoe them out.
When's the last time you see anybody hoeing corn? Other than maybe in their backyard garden, but not out in a 20-acre, 30-acre field. And he always had pretty much so weed-free fields.
So we basically cultivated with the tractor, and we cultivate crossways. You'd plant it so that you could cultivate it both different directions. And then we would go out, when the corn got too tall to cultivate, we would go out and hoe the corn. Mom and us 3 kids would go out and literally take so many rows, and it was our job to make sure there was no weeds.
Now they go through with a big sprayer and spray it. It's altogether different world.
It was very difficult. I remember my dad talking a lot of times about having to do a lot of manual labor because they didn't have the machines they have nowadays. They used to put in long hours, and we were expected as kids to even try to get a meal on the table in the evening when my parents were milking the cows. And so our jobs were more intense than what probably a lot of kids go through today. That was just expected of farm children.
We'd start in August, and we'd go out with a corn knife and cut the corn off and throw it on a hay rack and feed it to the hogs, so that you didn't waste any corn when the tractor went through the first time.
The old threshers went out of style. That it came in with the John Deere tractor or farmals, the old 2-lungers, and they weren't very big like they are now. The old B John Deere, the A John Deere. The equipment was quite small. Farmers didn't farm 500 acres back then. They had their 140 or whatever. Didn't need big equipment.
We were a diversified farm: hay, corn, oats, small grains.
Back in those days when I was a kid, everybody had cows, chickens, ducks, pigs. We raised rabbits when I was a kid. We sold them for meat, better than chicken.
We milked, and milk went in milk cans. Eggs were gathered in a regular bucket and marketed through a local grocery store in would be downtown Bettendorf in those days. We certainly like the idea of technologies and scientific advancement, but it has a way of leaving people behind. And in the farming industry, it certainly did leave a lot of people behind.
You don't know a lot of the people out here anymore where you used to know everybody. The traffic is horrendous compared to what it used to be. I mean, when we was back home, we used to take the cows and put them out on the road and graze the road ditches because there was so few cars go by. You'd put them out there for a couple of hours and you'd maybe see 1 or 2 cars. That was it.
Nobody works together anymore. Everybody's on his own, and if you haven't got it on your own, you hire it done, or you hire the neighbor to come in with a combine, or if you're on a smaller scale. But the farming's all big business now.